from losing our housing or, you know, any of those things. That is the reality. I too lost a job and was laid off in 2008, and it was a job I had worked at for almost 8 years in a senior management position, and suddenly one day I'm being told I'm being laid off. And yeah, the economic impact of that for me was huge. I was basically a sole support mom in that I, you know, had my own home, trying to hold on to my own home and raise my daughter, and it's been a real struggle, and that was 3 years ago, and I'm still struggling to get back on my feet because, and I mean, I realize this is federal, but EI wasn't enough. It didn't carry me, and I had to fight. I had to go to court against my employer to get my rightful severance pay. But in the meantime, I had to, you know, live off of credit lines to put food on the table, to pay the mortgage. And it took me 2 years to get a full-time job. At one point I was working 3 part-time jobs and still struggling to make ends meet. They weren't high-paying jobs. And I finally secured one full-time job, and by that point I was pretty much drowning in debt. And it wasn't by my choice. It wasn't consumer debt that I had spent because I took nice vacations or bought fancy clothes. It was consumer debt that I accumulated by trying to, you know, hang on to my house and provide for myself and my daughter, and I'm still paying for that. Still, you know, have that mountain of debt that I'm trying to move through. You know, as a woman who's worked my whole adult life in social services, I don't have a pension. You know, I've lived paycheck to paycheck. That's the reality. Women still make only 71 cents to every dollar that a man makes, and so I didn't have the safety net to fall back on. And at the same time, was very fortunate to have friends and family that really helped me out. But I know what it's like to go from, you know, having a pretty decent standard of living to to having to look at your kid and say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Or, you know, look at, okay, well, there's $10 left in the grocery budget this week, so all right, we're going to have to make that work. And, you know, makes us resourceful, makes all of those things, but it also puts enormous stress on people.